is Earth Day, the day each year that highlights the efforts towards environmental protection across the country. New York City is home to many organizations looking to protect the local environment from all different angles.
Open Plans is a nonprofit that is pushing for a people-first street culture. Joining us to discuss ways to do that is co-executive director of Open Plans, Sara Lind. Welcome to New York Living.
Thank you so much for having me.
Great to have you here. First, tell us about your nonprofit, Open Plans.
Yeah, you described it great. We want New York City to be more people-oriented. So when we think about our streets and sidewalks for most New Yorkers, those are our backyards, our front yards, the places where we interact with our neighbors, and we think every New Yorker deserves to walk out of our apartments and feel like we're in a beautiful, livable space.
Saturday is actually Car-Free Day in New York City. What does that mean, and what is it going to look like for folks out there on the streets?
Yeah, it's a city-run program, Car-Free Earth Day, where a few streets in each borough will be completely car-free. There'll be activations, games, maybe performances. So encourage everyone to Google it, see where your Car-Free Earth Day is going to be, and go out and enjoy the day.
Yeah. And you know, you talk a lot about reducing vehicle miles traveled, also known as BMT. How can we do that? And most importantly, why is it so important for climate change?
Yeah. So in New York City, transportation makes up 30% of emissions, second only behind our extremely old and polluting buildings. So when we think about needing to meet those climate goals, we can't electrify our vehicles fast enough. We know we're not doing it. We can't drive our way out of this. We have to reduce driving in order to meet our climate goals. And then there's a whole host of other benefits of reducing driving, making our streets feel that much more livable, more walkable. I'm a parent. I don't always feel like I can, send my kids out to run across the street and meet with someone. But if there were fewer cars, we might feel more like we owned the streets.
Indeed. Let's talk about congestion pricing. Obviously, everybody has strong feelings about it one way or the other. It's been in place since January. First of its kind measure in a big city to try to reduce driving and congestion. Has it been a success? Is it working?
Yeah, absolutely, unequivocally. Purely from a VMT perspective, we know that traffic is down 11% in the zone at the last data release. We know that noise complaints are down, crashes are down, emissions are down, travel speeds are up for people coming through the tunnels. So absolutely an unmitigated success. I would just note that we believe every neighborhood deserves those benefits. It might not be from congestion pricing, but that every neighborhood deserves that reduction in driving.
And talking about neighborhoods, beyond congestion pricing, do you have any other suggestions neighborhoods could implement?
Yeah, there's so many different tactics, and different things work in different areas. Congestion pricing is great for Midtown, but it's not going to be great for other areas in the city. Low emission zones, for example, in a place with a lot of truck traffic, like in the Bronx, a low emission zone could be really great for that. More like sort of residential commercial corridor areas, mixed neighborhoods can really benefit from low traffic neighborhoods. So there are so many different strategies, and we need to think about what works in what context.
Speaking of what works and what doesn't, and I don't know the answer to this, how do bike lanes help? Like if we made more bike lanes, more greenways, my daughter loves to go out on a bike. She's 17, but I'm always nervous, and I'm like, if it's not a greenway, if you're not on a greenway, I don't want you biking. Does putting more biking paths in increase the number of people who use a bike?
Oh, for sure. It definitely does. Yeah, and we see that happen every time a new bike lane goes in. We've been really thrilled on the Upper West Side to see the DOT's new proposal for a bidirectional bike lane on West 72nd Street. They're putting them in, restarting a lot of projects that stalled under the previous mayor, and we do see biking go up when people feel like they have a safe place to bike.
Right, because that's really what it's about. I would love to bike in the city, but I know you've seen some of the drivers out there. It makes it a little sketchy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And the other aspect is over the last 10 years, right, we've seen a lot of changes, positive changes. Where do you envision New York City in 5 years from now?
That's such a great question. And again, I really like to think about the kids. I want New York City to be a place where we feel like we can send our kids out to bike to go see their friend, to walk to school at a younger age than I think most parents right now feel, because we feel like the streets are built for them and for seniors and for people with mobility issues, that every New Yorker feels comfortable walking around on our streets.
Indeed. Sara, thank you so much. I think such an important topic, and great to get the data out there. We know everybody has an opinion, but hearing the facts, I think, really, really helps. Thank you so much. You can learn more about Open Plans by heading on over to openplans.org.
Yeah.